Sign up for the ExamMaster app for more on Tempsens IPO. In this video, I'm reviewing Tempsens Instruments, a live mainboard IPO that opens for subscription on the 20th of August at a price band of 285 to 300 rupees, raising 650 crore rupees. Here is the number that bothers me, and it is in the offer papers. 555 crore of that 650 is an offer for sale existing shareholders selling shares they already own, with that money going to them, not to the company. The company itself keeps only 95 crore. A real industrial or a listing built as an exit? My verdict comes at the end, built on evidence you can check yourself. And to be clear about what this is, my analysis for education, not personalized investment advice. Decide with your own advisor and verify every number in the offer document. I run every IPO through the same 5 checks, and this review walks them in order. 1. What does this company actually do, and who are its honest peers? 2. Is the profit growth real or a mixed change from a merger? 3. Where does the cash go while working capital days keep stretching? 4. Is 35 times earnings cheap, and cheap against which peer when the offer papers name no listed twin? 5. My verdict and the evidence that would change it. Hold all 5. Every one of them moves the final call. Check 1. What is this company? Tempsens is not a shop and not a consumer brand. It is a thermal engineering maker from Udaipur. It sells to factories, not to you. 3 product lines sit under one roof. Temperature sensors, thermocouples, resistance detectors, infrared pyrometers brought in about 45% of last year's sales. Specialized cables brought in about 35. Electrical heaters brought in about 21. It is India's largest maker of contact and non-contact temperature sensors by revenue, with about 10.5% of that segment, and the only Indian maker of non-contact sensors. 15 plants, 10 of them in one city, Udaipur. More than 1,000 unique customers over 3 years, and the top 10 of them gave under 19% of sales, a spread-out book, not one client risk. Keep that picture. A real factory making industrial kit, with 1/3 of sales from replacement parts that plants keep buying. Here is the first mistake I see retail investors make with this one: industrial sensors, so compare it to Honeywell or ABB. Wrong lane. Honeywell Automation, India and ABB are giant process automation and electrical groups. The market pays them about 60 times or about 100 times 1 year's profit because they own a different customer, a different brand, and a different scale. Tempsens is a mid-size specialist. The offer papers themselves say there is no listed company in India or outside India that runs all 3 of its lines, so we do not invent a clone. The nearest adjacent listed specialist I will use later is Rishabh Instruments, electrical meters and measuring kit, similar crore size, trading near 33 times. Why do I care? Because the peer set you choose decides whether 35 times looks cheap. Compare a specialist to a megacap, and almost any price looks like a bargain. Match the lane to the business, never to the famous name on the factory wall. Check 2, open the financials, and let me define the 2 lines first. Revenue is everything that comes in when factories buy sensors, heaters, and cables. Profit after tax is what is left once every cost is paid: metal, people, interest, tax. Revenue is genuinely growing: 275 crore, then 379, then 445 crore across the 3 reported years. Now the profit line: 41 crore, then 63, then 71. Look at the final year closely. Sales grew about 18%. Profit grew about 14%. Profit did not outrun sales. Net margin, profit kept per 100 rupees of income, sat near 15, then 16, then about 16 again. This is not a one-year miracle. Keep that. The red flag on this deal is not a fake profit spike. So where did the extra growth come from? Look at the heater line. In the first of these 3 years, electrical heaters were only about 4% of sales, then about 17%, then about 21%. That jump sits on a disclosed merger, the Marathon Heater Amalgamation, which also put about 106 crore rupees of goodwill on the balance sheet. Goodwill is an accountant's label for we paid for a business above the value of its separate parts. If that bet goes wrong later, the write-down hits profit. Return on equity, profit earned on the money kept inside the business, fell from about 20% to about 14% because the equity base got larger. So my read, the growth is real and part of it is bought. That is allowed. It is simply not the same as a factory that quietly doubled margins in the year of the ask. The question this deal still has to answer is not, did profit magically appear? It is, who is selling and at what multiple? Now read who is selling and how much. This 650 crore issue is two different things stapled together. 95 crore is a fresh issue. The company creates brand new shares, and that money goes into the company's own bank account. The other 555 crore is an offer for sale, 5 selling shareholders selling shares they already own, with that money going into their pockets, not the company's. In plain terms, about 85 rupees of every 100 raised never touch the factory. Nothing wrong with founders and other holders selling. It happens in most IPOs. But watch the size. After the issue, they still control the firm. Their promoter group stake moves from about 81% down to about 66%. They are not losing the company. They are selling a large slice of it at 35 times last year's profit in a deal whose fresh money is a stub. Sellers picking a full price proves nothing by itself. It is the fact that most of your application rupee is their exit that I need you to see. Check 3. Where does the cash actually go? Working capital is the money stuck in the gap between paying for materials and collecting from customers. Net working capital days simply count how many days of sales that gap eats. For Tempsens, that count climbed 152 days, then 193, then 210. In plain terms, more than half a year of sales is sitting in inventory and unpaid bills. Custom alloys and project orders explain why. It is still a treadmill. The faster project work grows, the more cash gets stuck before it comes back. One brokerage note on the offer papers flags the same stretch. Inventory days up from 76 to 92, receivable days, the days customers take to pay, up from 61 to 70. Faster growth here means a fatter working capital sponge, not a fatter cash pile. Now the test I trust more than any profit line. Cash. Profit is an accountant's calculation, cash is a fact. Operating cash flow simply counts the actual rupees that came in from running the factory, minus the rupees that went out. Here the news is not negative. All 3 reported years produced positive operating cash, 37 crore, then 54, then 42. Hold that this factory does generate cash. Then look at conversion. How much of the reported profit turned into that cash? About 91%, then about 87%, then about 59%. Last year the books showed 71 crore of profit and 42 crore of operating cash. The missing slice sat in the working capital sponge we just measured. Positive cash with slipping conversion is a watch item, not a crisis. It is why a deal that is mostly an exit, at 35 times, gets less benefit of the doubt. Follow the only money that reaches the factory. Of the 95 crore of fresh issue, 55 crore repays borrowings, real debt going down, on a balance sheet that is already lightly borrowed, about 15 paisa of debt per rupee of equity. Another 18 crore, roughly, funds capital expenditure, new kit for heaters and specialized cables at a Udaipur unit. The rest is general corporate purposes, a catch-all, and the exact leftover after issue expenses was not filled in the objects table I could verify. Notice the proportions. Most of the company's own raise is a cleanup, a small growth build, and a stub. That is allowed. It does not turn an 85% offer for sale into a growth story. Cutting debt does lift profit a little, because the interest saved is real, and as project work grows, the working capital sponge we met will ask for cash again. Run the asking price against the empty official peer table and the one adjacent specialist, and watch 35 times look cheap or full depending on the lane. Price the whole company first. 8.38 crore shares times 300 rupees prices the whole company at about 2,514 crore rupees. That market value, divided by last year's profit of 71 crore, gives about 35.4 times earnings. In plain terms, you are paying 35 years of this year's profit for the whole company. That is the multiple the marketing will quote as reasonable. The offer papers name no listed clone. Put the same 35 times next to Rishabh Instruments, the adjacent specialist, near 33 times, a small premium, not a bargain. Put it next to Honeywell at about 60 times, and it looks cheap only because you picked a giant. So the honest question is never, is 35 cheap? It is cheap against which peer, when the papers themselves leave the peer table empty. One brokerage cites 37 times on a slightly different profit line. I keep 35.4 from the offer year profit, and I flag the disagreement rather than pick a favorite. Market value about 2,514 crore rupees, 35.4 times on last year's profit, a small premium to the adjacent specialist, a fake bargain against the mega caps, and no official clone to break the tie. The trap, an empty peer table, is not permission to borrow a megacap multiple. It is a warning that 35 times has to be justified by this factory alone. Align the metric with the honest lane. Rishabh, similar core size, electrical measuring kit, last year's profit about 82 crore on about 775 crore of sales, trades near 33 times. Tempsens at 35.4 sits a step more expensive, with steadier mid-teens margins and a heater and cable mix Rishabh does not have. Honeywell at about 60, ABB near 100, are a different sport. And that headline return on equity of 13.5% is ordinary, not a 50% trophy. You are not being asked to pay for a scarce high-return compounder. You are being asked to pay a full specialist multiple for a real factory, while most of the issue is an exit. Full price can still be fair. Full price plus an 85% offer for sale is the combination I will not wave through. Before my verdict, two kinds of evidence. First, the number everyone will quote at you, GMP, the gray market premium. In plain terms, it is an informal street price for the shares before they list, traded outside the exchanges, with no rules and no protection, and often wrong. Trackers do not even agree on the rupee print. One camp sits near 170 to 175 rupees. Another, InvestorGain via a national business daily, printed 190. That gap is more than 1 rupee, so I will not speak a listing price from it, and it does not belong on a thumbnail. The harder evidence is already partly in. Anchor investors, large institutions allotted shares the day before opening, took about 195 crore on the 19th of August, including Tempsens Aranda, Goldman Sachs, Nippon, HDFC, and SBI Mutual Fund. That is a quality list. Then watch day 3. Institutional demand is the checkable print. The book is still open as I record this. Quality anchors upgrade the short-term case. They do not make 35 times cheap, and they do not make an 85% exit disappear. Check 5, my call. Assemble the evidence. A real factory with mid-teens margins and positive cash. Growth that is operational plus a disclosed merger, not a fake spike. Working capital days stretching to 210 with cash conversion slipping, an asking price of 35 times with no listed clone, and an issue that is 85% an exit. My call: avoid at 300 rupees for a first-time or conservative investor. The factory can be good and the offer still not worth paying. The pure listing gain trade is not something I will price off gray market chat. Those prints disagree. If I were allocating anything there, it would be risk money only, and only if day 3 institutional demand is strong. If you simply like thermal engineering, you lose nothing by letting this offer complete and reading 2 quarters in the open. And because a verdict is only as honest as its reversal test, here is what would change my mind. 2 consecutive quarters after listing with working capital days back at or under 180, and operating cash covering at least 80% of profit, or the listed price nearer 220 to 240 rupees. Verdicts are conclusions from evidence, and new evidence is allowed to change them. Let me close the review with the 5 checks answered. A real thermal engineering factory, so its peers are adjacent specialists, never mega caps. Growth that is real and partly bought in a merger, not a fake spike. Cash that is positive every year, with days stretching and conversion slipping, and a 95 crore raise that mostly repays debt. A price that is 35 times with an empty official peer table. And a verdict: avoid at 300 held honestly, with the reversal evidence written down. Remember what this is: investor education, my analysis, not personalized investment advice. Decide with your own advisor, verify every figure in the offer documents, the RHP, before you act, and stay inside your own risk budget. Now comment below with the one number in this deal you want dug deeper. It decides the next review. Subscribe for the next live IPO review. And open the full IPO reading framework in the ExamMaster app. Signing up is free.